Hey, yo, how you guys doing? So, kind of relaxing a little bit on the weekend, getting ready for a busy work week. So, chilling a little bit. I've been here in America in the US for ever since birth. You know what I'm saying? Many of you guys have been. So, I put a heading on here, Filipina versus Western women or Western women. So it might be a little bit controversial, or it might be, you know, just common sense. So for me, as an American man that grew up not necessarily strong, when I was a kid, I was poor, worked my way up, grew into the work environment, became strong, became a leader, became boss. So background is gone. So what we're talking about is just simply Filipina versus Western woman, or Western women. Filipinas versus Western women. Not discriminating against either one, not trying to piss anybody off. I want you guys to interact with me and let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's just be real. Let's just be real. So, you know, I'm an older gentleman, even though I look much younger than I am. I'm not telling you my age. Yo, I'm not telling you my age. You know what I'm saying? So, growing up, I had I had relationships with Western women. Early on, when I was very young, I was very poor, so I was off the radar to Western women because Western women, you know, no job, nothing. Um, and you know what? That's okay. That's okay. It is what it is. So as I grew into things and became very in tune to working, getting disciplined, and crafting my career, whatever that is, you know what I mean? At that time, it was like, whatever it is, I'm just going to kick ass at it. And I did. I did early on. I did stupid jobs. I did sales jobs. I took management job really early. Was told I would not succeed. I did. And then we kind of skip along and get to the point of what we're going towards. So, I dated, interacted with Western women, and it was kind of a unique situation, right? My friends, follow me, stay tuned. So, we're just talking, we're just interacting together. So, you know, I have relationships, and I met this very beautiful woman in the teens. I was kind of this was before I was in like management, really boss position. I was just a worker and I was looking for love. What the, you know? And I met this very beautiful woman, uh, beautiful girl, I guess at that time. We were both boy, girl. You know what I mean? Like early teens. And hi everybody, welcome to the live, yo. I appreciate you. Hear me out, yo. We're just gonna walk through this story. I'll look at your comments here in a minute. I appreciate you. Hello, welcome. So, you know, we go to a club for like a teenager club, and we kind of hang out a little bit. My best friend is there. A lot of other friends are there. Her friends are there, and we have a great time. We have a great time. And this Western girl, right? She's like really into me. I'm really into her, and but I didn't have really much experience. You know what I mean? This is like early on. Like I think I'm 17, and she's 16, around that age. And we're at this teenage club, and there's like the music's going, it's pounding, it's going, boom, boom, boom. And at that time, rock was really popular. Not to give away my age, but like rock, that was what we was into. Was into rock and It's kind of like Depeche Mode, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, and all of it, Ozzy Osbourne, but we had some dance music going on as well. So it was a little bit of everything. Um, and I was like on the dance floor. I'm not a dancer really, but I was like headbanging. Back then, I had long, really long hair. Hi, everybody, welcome. Chill out, just listen to the story. Thank you for joining. So I have like really long hair, right? Like really long hair. My friend, he's got hair down his ass. So he looked exactly like Axl Rose back in the day. Me and him hung out. We grew up together. We were at the club together. I'm with this girl. She's very pretty. We're very young. And for some reason she just goes crazy. And I don't understand what's going on. I don't, you know, I thought I was in love at that point. I thought I was in love. I had true love. You know what I mean? I had true love at that point. Yeah. We're at this club, and she walks away from me and disappears. I'm like with my buddy, and there's this other girl. There's a couple other girls, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna cheat on my girl. And I'm like sitting alone. I'm having a drink of my fake beer. They had non-alcoholic beer, right? I'm thinking I'm cool. I'm drinking a fake beer. I'm thinking I'm cool at this teenage club. But I'm starting to think about it. What the fuck? Where's my girl? Where's my girl? She told me she loved me. She told me Western girl. And she was very pretty, curly. Back in the day, in that time frame, she had very 80. She had like curly, curly long hair. She had this beautiful red lipstick. She did her makeup perfect. No fake eyebrows. I mean, no fake eyelashes. Deepened eyebrows, a little darkened. Very skinny and looking very good. I was poor at that point. I mean, I was poor. I was just finding my way. I'm a teenager. I'm just getting into this. I'm at this club with this girl, this Western girl. And I was starting to fall in love with her. At least I thought at that time. Puppy love. You know what I mean? Puppy love. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So she disappears, right? She disappears. She disappears. And I'm looking around. I see my buddy. I see a couple other girls. And there's a couple other girls are trying to flirt. And I'm just like not having it. And I'm like, what happened? Because I don't understand. I'm a boy. I'm not a man yet. You know? I'm a boy. I'm not a man yet. Uh, and for some reason, I get angry. I get, I get furious. I get really furious and mad. My girl left me. She left me and disappeared. We're in this club in this teenage nightmare. We came there, was having fun. It was beautiful. I was feeling these butterflies for this beautiful girl, and she just disappeared. So in this club, there's different stories. So there's another story to it. I'm at the lower level, and I'm looking everywhere, and she's gone. And now I'm getting worried. I'm getting worried. I'm getting concerned. Something happened to her. So I get up. I get up. I start. I start looking around. I walk completely around the lower floor a couple times, and I don't see her. I mean, I asked my buddy, "Yo, have you seen such and such?" He's like, "No, dude, chill out, relax, whatever." And I'm like, "Where's my girl?" You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I had like butterflies for this girl. I really kind, I thought I loved her at that point. And so I was furious, and I was curious. And it's weird because I never felt this way before. I felt that I really loved this girl, and I couldn't find her, and she was gone. And so I'll check your messages later. I'm just telling the story. Happy day to you. Yo, what's up, everybody? So I go and so I go upstairs and I'm like looking for this girl, right? I'm a little bit furious. My face is red. I'm young. I have long hair. I'm like this rocker dude. I got this Motley Crue, not this shirt, right? This is all like lightning. That's my thing now. But at that time, I had like a Motley Crue shirt on, some stoner boots, and I had a pierced earring that dangled down with a little cross. It was just, I thought it was so cool. I thought it was so cool back in the day. Whatever. So I go upstairs and I start looking for her, looking for her. And a girl comes up to me and starts flirting with me. And I kind of like just put her off. And I'm just like looking for this love of my life, right? This Western girl that made me fall in love with her. I mean, she was the perfect one. And so I search and search. I find her. She's at a table with an older guy, right? Fucking things, my veins were popping out of my head. I couldn't think correctly. And I'm looking at my girl, the love of my life, the beautiful girl at that time that I thought was the one. Everybody thinks the one. And I'm fucking pissed. I'm really pissed. At that time, I was poor. I had nothing. I had no ambition. I really wasn't focused on life in general. And I seen her with this older guy that had short hair and was like a nerd, but he was muscular, stronger than me, taller than me, which I'm pretty tall. I'm like 6'2". At that time, I was still about 6'2". I was skinny, but still pretty tall. And she's with this older guy, and she's like talking and laughing, and I'm looking at a distance at this girl. I'm like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Nothing. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do any. It's a biological thing with women. It it took me a lot of years to learn what really happened there. But at this point, I want to keep it in the moment. I'm looking at the love of my life as a teenager, the one, the girl I thought I want to spend the rest of my life with me. Beautiful curly hair. We laughed, we enjoyed each other, right? And there she is, sitting at a table with an older guy, a little bigger than me, and I can't decide what to do. And I got I got so effing pissed. I approached, I think I was ready to beat the crap out of this guy and slap her. But I didn't know how to handle it. I walk up to them. The music is going. There's like all this music, and the songs are going, and the lights are just blinking, blinking, blinking. And all this in my mind is fury, fury. That this girl that told me like 2 hours ago she loved me, she wanted to be with me forever, and she told me everything I wanted to hear, everything. And then at a moment she just disappeared, just immediately disappeared. She mingled, ended up upstairs with this older man, and there we were. I was walking up to them, and for some reason, instead of grabbing a chair and crushing it on that older guy, or grabbing a bat, or taking my boot off, which had a big heel. We were like in the, early stoner boots, just fit your stoner boots. Fuck, you hit somebody in the head with that and they're gonna be knocked out. But I'm going up to them, and I don't remember the exact words. I know I walked up and just dropped my anger. And I said, "That's nice you have a new boyfriend." And she looked at me. She's like, "What? He's not my boyfriend." I was like, "It looks like it to me." "No, he's not my boyfriend." And then he said, "You damn right I'm her fucking boyfriend." And he started going off and going crazy and getting egotistical. And she looks back at him like she made a mistake. She was, because she knows that guy's going to beat the crap out of her if she ever disagrees with him. And he just starts going off on her. And I grab her. I offer my hand. And she puts her hand back out. I grab her. And I pull her up from the situation. And instead of saying words, I just flip the guy off. And he fucking like throws his hand down. And she looks back. And she's like, and then he takes a drink of whatever, fake beer, because we're teenagers, right? He's a little older. I think he was around 20 though, pretty close. She grabs my hand and holds on to it tight. We walk back downstairs and we end up back at the original table with my friends and stuff like that. And we kiss. It's romantic. We kiss. It's nice. And then I just didn't feel it, you know what I mean? Because I knew, or I thought she would do it again. And so that was really my introduction to, you know, Western women and the way they are biologically. So women always want the alpha male. They want the alpha male. They love security, but they want the alpha male. So I'll skip around because that relationship ended. Her parents moved away, brought her with her. She ran away. She gave me her car. I had to give the car back. I had to end the relationship. It was a crazy ride with this Western woman. And honestly, it was all about money. Her parents wouldn't have taken her away if I was rich. They taught her to think that way. So years later, I'm okay. Management, a lot of hard work. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. For over 25 years, I'm the boss. So in that time, I met another lady that was blonde, blue eyes, taller. I kind of liked her. We met. We had a lot of romantic occasions together. We fell in love at that time. And if you want to know the rest, let me know. I will tell you. And then we'll dive deep into Western women versus Filipinas. Other than that, have a beautiful day. Yo, make sure you subscribe and like the video. Let me know if you want to hear the rest of the story. Bye.